You said, I really think the feelings of possessiveness that come up in relationships is an interesting topic.
Yes.
For example, I have sex with men for a living, and my boyfriend knows that and is okay with that.
Yes.
He even drops me off at their houses.
Yes.
But when he has sex with other girls, I get jealous and start arguments.
Yes.
I only want him to fuck me.
Yes.
I want to know that I have all the attention at all times.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's wrong or hypocritical. It's how I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe you should quit then? I don't know. But,
No.
But okay, well, just a couple clarifying things here. So your boyfriend, he does OF2, correct?
Yeah.
And he shoots scenes with women, correct?
Yeah, he started OnlyFans because I do OnlyFans.
Revenge.
I don't think that's revenge.
It sounds exactly.
Sounds like a
it
really
sounds
healthy
exactly
relationship.
Like a tit for tat type of situation.
This
It's
just
just
sounds
super
like
healthy. Yeah, frustrating
sounds-
arguments.
I mean,
But I
once
think-
you start going down a path of promiscuity, it's like this relationship is doomed to fail.
But see, I think where the dissonance in our perspectives is that me and my partner know, me and my partner know that sex work is just work.
Sure,
It's
you can
not
say
for
that
the
all you
emotional
want, but you
connection.
obviously
you both said-
you
you
don't
said
know
you
it's
both have
work because you're
insecurities.
starting arguments over him doing his work, which should be fine.
Because
Because you want
I'm
all the
human.
attention.
You're what?
Because
I'm human. And I'm going to have...
Exactly. So we're saying... Never mind.
Cook. Go.
No, I wanna
You
hear
got
it.
the cereal.
You're going-
Okay,
Ariel,
so
you got it, you got
human,
it. Let's go.
biologically, monogamy is natural, right? When
don't
you go
agree with
against
that.
your nature, what does that
It's
cause?
ideal. What do you
mean you don't
Problems.
agree with it? Then why
That
do you
causes
get
problems.
jealous?
And what does what
Because
do
of my
problems
own
cause? An
insecurity.
unhealthy relationship. And then an unhealthy relationship is what? Barely a relationship.
But what do you mean you don't agree with biological fact?
I mean, I don't agree
do
that
you mean?
monogamy is like the biological end-all be-all of the most...
It's not end all be all.
Perfect
Monogamy
relationship.
is natural. Other stuff. How do you
primal.
say it
think so,
correctly?
though?
Absolutely.
Because there are
It's
like
proven.
tribes where like polyamory is how they survive.
That's because
Polygamy, polyamory.
Yeah.
Polygamy, yeah, that is also natural, but humans have shown to naturally be predisposed to pair bond and to be monogamous. So, yeah, that's my...
I know where you were going. You were saying that like what is it? No. Like in like
I just think the way our society is formed and the way that like most of us has grown up, yes, it seems like it would be the social norm, but I think in the history of the universe, I don't think monogamy was like...
History of the universe.
We're not talking about social
In
norm, we're
history,
talking about
we're talking
biology,
about,
we're
like,
talking about
Jupiter?
history.
no, I think she's talking about in
Dating
terms
on
of
Jupiter?
No, I think she's talking
Jupiter.
about like caveman times, right? Like
What?
you're talking about
No,
like
no,
the
there's-
amount of like you're talking about like repopulation, correct?
No, there's still like even in like...
So you made the point that some tribes in the world practice polygamy,
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, should we really model our society after this?
But look,
No
no,
one's saying
those
primitive
people,
tribe.
in those communities, people still would tend to pair bond with one person.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, just because people do it doesn't mean it's ideal.
And most-
I mean,
Well, we're not saying people do it, we're saying it's also natural.
yeah, well, it's unnatural. I would say
It's not.
I would say polygamy is unnatural for humans.
it's
What's
not.
I would
natural
say-
for humans is
No, no,
to
no.
create more children.
Yes.
Yeah, and most of those like tribes that you're referring to have what's the term for where it's closed on the woman's side but open on the man's side?
I don't know
Double
if there's
standard?
I don't know.
No. But like most of those tribes, like there is a man that has multiple like wives or,
Yeah.
or women.
That's
that
usually-
because
Oh,
but
like a
when
harem?
it's-
Are you talking about a harem?
No, like a one-sided open relationship.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
When a
but that's
man-
the purpose.
Is-
It's legitimately for the purpose of repopulation.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That is natural.
my point is, okay, so yeah, it's natural for a man to desire sex with a lot of partners. But there is my argument, the natural tendency is for society to fall into monogamy
Yeah,
and to
I'm
avoid
agreeing with-
polygamy.
Well, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying even in the communities where polygamy was practiced, people tended to pair bond with one specific person.
Yeah. So, kind of going off this idea of pair bonds. So, in those societies where polygamy was either promoted or mainly practiced, I would say that those societies quickly fell out of the public eye because of not just that practice, but a plethora of other things that came with that. I mean, you just kind of see that there are most civilizations that practice those things, that's usually an indication that the civilization is going to fail. It shows a debased mind. It shows a civilization that is not connected with reality.
Yeah,
and it's going against the natural order of things.
I don't. Well, you're talking about natural order in the sense of like civilizations. I'm talking about biology.
Donated $99. Barfi, do you believe that hookup culture is a good thing or a bad thing for society as a whole?
Is that like
Is it a good thing?
I have
pun
no
on
idea.
Barbie?
I don't know.
That was mean, and I'm not going to answer it.
I guess.
Just ignore the barfeet
Yeah, I was
part.
just
So
gonna
do you
say.
think hookup culture is a good thing or a bad thing?
For society as a whole,
Yeah.
hookup culture, I think it's bad.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
reminder.
I think hookup culture is bad.
Yeah. So this kind of goes into the argument I'm trying to make. So, yes, I'm talking in terms of civilization.
I know, but we're just saying biology, like psychologically.
No, yeah,
what
so
humans are.
Let's not have a debate about tribes. I don't think that was her central point anyways. We were initially talking about this dynamic with you and your boyfriend, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but she was talking about being human. That's why I brought it up.
Okay, but I think we don't
Yeah.
need to linger
The
on
Yeah.
point
tribal.
that I'm
Sure.
trying to make is, even though I am secure in the fact that I love my boyfriend and he loves me and that my job is just work and that his job is just work, it is still inevitable for me, even though I'm like very secure, to feel jealousy because sex is such an intimate thing. And is that okay?
Is it though? Is it
I
because?
think I know. I think it is.
Bro,
I think
I
sex
saw
with
your Twitter,
partner
son.
could be
I
an
saw
intimate thing.
your Twitter.
intimate
that shit
with
don't look
over
intimate to
100
me.
people?
What?
I
Hello?
completely agree. Sex is the most intimate thing
Yes.
that
Yeah.
we can offer another human
Yes.
in our lives. But you clearly don't value it that way.
Well, and also, didn't you say that if your partner saw you doing your work, that they're insecure?
Yeah.
No, I think if my partner saw me doing, and I'm saying I am insecure. I have moments of insecurity. I'm not saying that I'm not insecure. Like, I'm trying to relay the fact that, like, him and I both have the same insecurities for each other when we do sex work. And I get jealous because
Who's more jealous, you or him?
I think it's me. But in my ideal world, neither of us would have to fuck other people in order
You
to
don't-
make money.
You don't have to.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to.
Yeah, you
But
don't
I
have to.
do because it's
don't.
what I like and society provides a
You
job.
That's
like
not a
it,
good-
but you
that's not a
wish
good
you
argument.
weren't
That's
doing
not a
it.
good
Not
It's
an
not
argument
ideal,
can-
but you like it.
Yeah.
Wait, you like it, but you wish that you didn't have to do it.
Well,
No, she said that even if she had like a
She
completely
just
different.
said-
No, I
No,
know.
yeah,
I know, but
I
circling back to
wish
an earlier
that-
conversation.
okay, in an ideal world, I wish our society was placed in a way where I
Could fuck a bunch of men. Your boyfriend couldn't.
Was
Ha-
not
live happily
offered
ever
that-
after.
You want to live in a society like that?
Sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thing.
My brain hurts.
Oh my god.
I would rather live in a society where
It wasn't an option at all.
Hold on. Let's.
not where
let's
like
let
I
it-
had the
say
option
let
to
her,
do sex work, but where not a society. I would change my life where I was put in a position where because I'm pretty young, so where I had the chance to go to college and like get a really good degree, had the time and the money to like personally invest in my studies and like my knowledge of the world, but I don't. And that's not necessarily like the worst thing in the world, but as a result of that, I've chosen to do sex work, and I have put myself in this situation where I have to navigate
Kind
relationships.
of cope, don't you think?
Well, now
Cope?
Well, you started out as a stripper. You made some guy paid you what, $15,000? That was you, right?
Yeah.
That's enough to go to fucking community college.
I
Strip
actually-
on the side.
Well, I didn't like it.
You didn't like stripping, or
Didn't like college, community college.
you just said you wish you could have lived in a world. Where
I would
could've
want to
So
go to
gone
like
college.
Yale.
so with the
Yale,
money,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're giving all
Bro,
of these
that
moral
ship has
ideals.
sailed, son. It's
Yeah. You're giving all of these moral, like you say, like to provide value for society. Like this shouldn't be in there, but you're actively contributing to the moral decay of society.
I do realize that.
So, I mean, there are a lot of evil people in
But
history.
I don't think that sex work necessarily is the ultimate moral decay of society.
wait, okay.
But it largely contributes to it.
I think what contributes to it is the consumers, not the sex
Okay,
workers.
we can continue, guys. We keep veering off of the central point here. We can, if you want, you can bring it back to sex work is bad. Yes, okay, we get it. However, let's try to hone in on the relationship dynamic here that you have. When it comes to Yale, I'd be happy to write you a letter of recommendation.
Oh, thank you very much.
In any case, so, okay, your boyfriend, so he drops you off at their houses.
Sometimes, yeah, he does.
So you're about to go get that. I don't know. Like as a guy,
I'm about to
I'm
go
just-
pay for our dinner.
Oh, did he drive you here? I'm trying to wrap my head around how I would feel. Like I'm driving my girl to the shoot,
Yeah,
and I'm like, does he kiss you goodbye as
Yeah.
you're leaving?
he does.
All right, love
Do
you,
you-
babe. Have a good day at work.
Yeah. Like, do you want
Yep.
to marry this guy?
Potentially.
I just like
I don't
I
think
could-
you do.
Why not?
You
Why
are
does what I have to
all
do
of-
for
well,
work
all of your actions
have to
are
do
working against that goal.
But okay, what is what I do for work working against my goal of marriage? Like, I don't understand why that is.
Because you just said it builds insecurity for both of
And
you.
it creates arguments in your
It creates
relationship.
tension. It creates insecurity.
For sure it
You're
could.
sharing stuff that is
For sure.
key to who you are trying to like. So, sex is intimate to a relationship, and
Yeah.
if you're sharing that with other people, then it creates intimacies with these other people. And all of a sudden, you can't make that emotional connection with your significant other.
Who's saying that I can't make that emotional connection?
Biologically, it does take away from your ability to be able to have that emotional connection through sex.
Why?
she only wants him to fuck me.
Yeah, I would prefer
besides
that
that,
he only fucks me and gives me all of the attention. But I understand that that's not necessarily how my lifestyle works.
But as a man, that's what he's gonna want. Even if he says that right now he doesn't really care, that's what he wants.
That's what you want.
Wait.
No. That's what men in
You
general
even said
want.
that your
There's-
boyfriend does care.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean-
and I care.
So men do not want their women sleeping around with a bunch of other dudes. That's just fact. It doesn't matter what you feel about it. He will say what he needs to say because for some reason in his mind, he just wants to make sure that you're not going to walk out. And he will say whatever he wants to say to make that not happen.
I don't think that's true.
I mean, that's just fact.
I think that's not fact. I think that's your opinion.
No, I mean, that statistically that's borne out. Men don't like that.
I'm a person, not a statistic.
Statistics are made up of people. I mean, we can go back and forth about this. I just don't think
She
it's
has a
constructive. And
soul. She's a human.
The vibes are right, Brian.
Vibes. Okay, so you said you only want him to F you. You don't care if it's wrong. At least you acknowledge it's kind of hypocritical or whatever.
Of course.
It's just kind of just kind of you know what I mean?